As the sun rose, those enthusiastic Mexican immigrants lent a hand, throwing a fundraising party for the cross-country team. Talk about a celebration. Everyone opened their wallets, and thanks to their generosity, the kids finally got some snazzy running gear. With upgraded gear, their training was a breeze, and they moved on the bumpy dirt and hills like they were walking on air, traversing the golden fields of swaying wheat, until reaching the lively jungle from the once silent reservoir edges. White cheered the team, saying if we keep winning, who knows, we might just make it to the national championships. Now, I can't help you out from those well-trained opponents, but here's the deal. If you want to win, you've got to believe in yourselves and each other. With the big race looming, White bumped up the kids' spirits, pulling out a hefty college recruitment guide and urging them that if they made it, their lives would be turned upside down. College isn't just a sea of knowledge, it's a springboard for your dreams, giving you power and bringing hope to your family. But when Thomas shared this hopeful vision with his dad, his old man thought schooling would ruin their potential, saying that all they needed was sweat for track. Books were useless. Even without Dad's support, their team was already the pride of the town. Finally, it was time for the ultimate showdown in the district finals. Just a top 4 finish, and they'd advance. At this, White unexpectedly received an invitation from a prestigious high school. Talk about a dream job offer. Subtitles, but when confronted with this sudden temptation, he felt as torn as a lettuce sandwiched in a burger, despite having a profound bond with his teammates. The race was officially on. All that grueling training finally paid off, even with the bumpy track. Thomas maintained the lead, while the others closely followed, giving it their all, and those hills that once loomed large now became their turbo boost to pass the competition. But just as the finish line was in sight, Thomas turned his head back and lost his balance, falling flat on his face. He jumped up to chase, but couldn't regain his lead, finishing second with regret. As the other teammates arrived, the first-place team started celebrating, then came second and third. Just when the McFarland team felt defeated, they saw that McFarland's name finally popped up in 4th place. All worries evaporated in an instant, joy flooding in. On the way back, White steered them toward the shoreline, which felt so close, yet so far. The entrance fee to the beach was $9, but White searched pockets and found only $5. He told the guard, 7 kids in back, "They have never ever seen the ocean." God looked at those innocent, hopeful faces and decided to let them in for free, a true hero. This was the kids' first chance to witness the ocean's splendor. As White called out, the kids just couldn't wait to sprint toward the freedom of the beach. Their laughter rang like seagulls, breaking the evening's calm while their spirits felt as fresh as the ocean breeze, bathed in the sunset glow and shining with the hope of the future. That day, they didn't just gain the ocean's beauty, they received a refreshing cleanse for their souls. In this atmosphere of mutual trust, they charged through like dark courses. They became a media focus, cross-country running bringing both glory and a spiritual leap. The story inspired everyone, and Mr. Yu read aloud a piece written by team member Hizai. The piece described how they soared like dark feathered birds through the dry woods. In their dreams, they felt like rulers of the earth, as their sweat made their souls ascend to the sky for some divine conversation. In that moment, they were no longer the outsiders or the eroded Mexicans. This essay was an expression of their inner world and represented their quest for freedom through running. Mr. Yu was deeply moved, tears welling up in his eyes as he sincerely thanked White for not just teaching the kids how to run, but for helping them find their confidence and feel their own strength as they ran. In a show of gratitude, the townsfolk spontaneously organized a coming-of-age celebration for White's daughter. Subtitles, giving White an opportunity to make up for the regrets he had towards his daughter in the past. He was also able to reconnect and find that lost family bond as team member Peter's uncle organized a joyride for White's daughter. But this well-intentioned joyride encountered an unexpected incident halfway. Subtitles, when Peter's uncle actually ran into an old nemesis from his gang days. Even though he has turned over a new leaf already, those folks were not about to let him off the hook. When White got the urgent call, he rushed over with his wife, only to find his daughter with a nasty scrape on her leg. White's anger erupted like a volcano, and he unleashed on Thomas and the other team members. With the town's safety being a real issue, White didn't hesitate to interview at Palo Alto High, an elegant school with great amenities. The school not only honored him highly, but also offered him the athletic director role. White decided to teach there after the semester, but his eldest daughter didn't want to leave the warm embrace of McFarland, and she broke the news to Thomas, though he felt quite bummed. He understood White's choice. After all, people tend to climb up while water flows down. Only those with no options stay in McFarland. Just then, as White was torn inside, his wife disclosed the truth about that night to him, that the team members had bravely safeguarded their daughter, and that her leg injury was just an unfortunate accident. They treated White's daughter like family. Would anyone else have defended her so fiercely? His wife's words struck deep. Despite McFarland's poverty, the locals had genuine warmth. Only here could they be fully and completely embraced. Only here could they truly feel at home. The national championships are finally here, with all the teachers and townspeople gathering to send the kids off with enthusiasm. The local corner store, which had been open for 25 years, even closed its doors for the occasion, all hoping McFarland High could win their first ever championship trophy.